So you see exactly where it is. We've simulated the league season. Well, not even just the Premier League, but the focus is the Premier League. I've used Brighton to simulate it. I haven't managed any games. I've just let it go through the calendar. I've just simulated through the calendar. From the point that they had it was like the 10th of December or something, all the way to the end, and we're at the end. And one thing you can see here, Brighton got into the FA Cup final, and I repeat, I didn't play it. Oh, not FA Cup final, FA Cup semi-final. I didn't play it. We'll have a look through the run. Played Leicester, beat Leicester. Brighton did, and Liverpool won the League Cup. Liverpool versus West Ham's the other one. And Liverpool beat Middlesbrough, Crystal Palace beat Ipswich, West Ham beat Newcastle. Go through this round as well now. Liverpool beat Man United. Brighton beat Sheffield. So it was a favourable run for Brighton. Morecambe as well in round 4, it is favourable. It is favourable. And Brighton beat Norwich on penalties in round 3. So it's a pretty, you see the run, you see how the semis was made. But that's the semi-final. We already looked at the League Cup. Champions League, Real Madrid got PSV in the semis. Liverpool got AC Milan. And we look at the round before, Liverpool beat Barcelona on penalties. And just a little bit, Real Madrid beat Sporting. Milan beat Aston Villa. And they came back. That's kind of like a PSG versus Man United with Oli. Legendary there. PSV beat Bayern Munich 2-0 to have the aggregate of 4-1. So they battered them overall. And then we got Real Madrid on penalties beat Arsenal. Bayern beat Atletico. Aston Villa beat Atalanta. Okay, that's not. Yeah. And Europa League, Olympiacos, Roma, Galatasaray, Frankfurt. Europa Conference, Victoria versus Fiorentina. Nantes versus SK Rapid. So no Chelsea there. They must got knocked out. Yeah, they got knocked out by Fiorentina in the quarters. So that's the look through those. And let's look at the Premier League. Brighton 4th. And it does look like it does make it look like I used them, but I really didn't. Man City 3rd, so Man City crept up in there with 33 games in, as it is. And Chelsea 2nd, but Liverpool got a bit of a gap on them. Man United 7th, Nottingham are 6th, but if Man United get a win on the game in hand, Man United will go into the top 6. And Arsenal 5th, and Spurs are 14th as it stands. That's a notable one. Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich, Everton, Crystal Palace, between those teams. And Wolves fully plunged themselves out of it. They hopped out of the zone. 33 points, and they look like they're surviving. They're not far behind Tottenham now. Wow. But between all the teams in there, every one of them realistically could actually survive. But for Ipswich, it kind of looks over. Southampton's still got a chance. Leicester do as well. But Everton, Crystal Palace, just above them. So we've had a look through the competitions as it is. And what else should I look through? Top scorers in the FA Cup. You don't look at it too much, but Anthony Gordon is top of the list. Premier League, Nicholas Jackson is chasing the golden boot. Palmer just behind him, then Haaland, then Salah, then Chris Woods, then Luis Diaz, Watkins and Rashford, then Larson, and Mbeumo, Wissa. You won't go lower than that. Okay. Champions League top scorers. So Lewandowski, then Vinny Jr., Gyökeres, Liang, Alvarez, Harry Kane, Lookman, Mbappe, then Haaland, Wirtz, Guirassy, Nilsson, Pulisic, Rafinha. And Europa League top scorers: Nkabi, Osimhen, De Blok, Højlund, Akun, Marmoush, and Beerlega, and Van Bommel. Okay, so we see what happens. Semi-final, and Brighton go through to the final. Ivan Ferguson gets man of the match. So we'll go just another day in the future, and I think we should have Liverpool versus Brighton will be the FA Cup final. Okay, and we're gonna skip all the way to that point. We're gonna skip all the way to that point. Okay. Now, Brighton 2-0 against Newcastle. That momentum staying power. And Wolves draw. Wolves have been strong. It looks like, and they're continuing it, because a draw against this Brighton team is something. Oh, West Ham beat Brighton. That top 4 charge is looking like it's not really there that much, but we'll look through everything. Well, not everything, we're going to look through. They beat West Ham 2-1. Final, Wembley, Liverpool versus Brighton and Hove Albion. A good game to look forward to. Super Cup. Okay. Real Madrid versus AC Milan is the Champions League final. Confirmed. AC Milan versus Real Madrid. 2-1 win in aggregate for Milan and 3-1 for PSV. And Europa League final will be Galatasaray versus Roma. After Galatasaray winning on penalties and Roma winning 4-2 against Olympiacos in aggregate. FC Nantes versus Fiorentina, Europa Conference final. So those are some of our finals down. I don't know if I could look at domestic cups in other countries or anything. But yeah, those are our finals. Those are our finals. Very important thing to have a look at, I think, at least. Very important. Other leagues. Yeah, let's see on other leagues if they got domestic cups. Nah. There's no domestic cups there. River Plate top of the Argentinian league though, we see. Yeah, let's look at the league table just before. Let's look at the league table. Brighton 5th, not bad at all. Man United 64 points, so Brighton basically clear to at least get Europa League now. Europa League's guaranteed, European football's guaranteed. And Man City crept back into the Champions League place. It's gonna be close though. Title race, Liverpool basically got it with a game in hand and they're 4 ahead. Playing 35, Chelsea played 36. Chelsea would need a miracle. They're waiting on a miracle to win that. Crystal Palace in the zone now, and they played one more than Everton as well. Oh man, that's a twist I wasn't really expecting. Leicester are 16th. I don't know what Everton will do at that game in hand, because the chances are, if they're in that position, they will probably lose. It's just the statistics. But Southampton and Ipswich are both officially down though now. But that 3rd place is still up for grabs. Crystal Palace are leading the charge, and they need to win one of their last 2 to even have a chance of survival. So Crystal Palace might be going down. Crystal Palace might be going down. Everton could as well. Leicester could. But Everton or Crystal Palace to go down that's a hit to the league, I think. Especially Everton though, because Everton's been in there the whole time. So Liverpool win 4-2 in the final. Brighton just about didn't make it over, and Liverpool, sadly, it looks like Liverpool's gonna win the treble. Very sadly, very sadly, very sadly. Oh man, can we get a win? I'm saying we, but the win doesn't come anyway. Liverpool win, and that match has given them the title. And Tottenham win the last game, so that means Man City is in the Champions League then, no matter what they did. The managerial favour rating is good though. Technically, I could just continue this career mode and actually just play it off the next season, because it's a good foundation laid down at 5th place. But I won't do that. Liverpool still haven't played their 38th game on the same day as everyone, but they've won the title anyway. Who are they playing? Oh man, they're playing Everton in a match that don't matter at all. A Merseyside derby that don't matter. Crystal Palace are down though. Crystal Palace are down with Ipswich and Southampton. Those are relegated sides. Everton could go 16th, but it doesn't matter. Liverpool could just win the league with a few more points, which doesn't really matter. But they haven't really... All they need is 83 points to win it. That's not very much. But at the same time, Chelsea, 82 points at 2nd place is a decent 2nd place finish. Arsenal 3rd with 70, a big gap on 2nd. And those last few games for Brighton literally just about gave Man City Champions League, luckily for them. Man United finished 6th in the end after a bad start. Man United picked it up and ended the season pretty well. Credit. Nottingham Forest started well, and they have held some sort of form about themselves, and they are going to Europe. As it is, they are going to Europe because Liverpool already have Europe, so they're going to Europe. So they will be a Europa Conference team, I believe. Aston Villa, 8th place, Newcastle 9th, Brentford 10th, Spurs finished 11th in the end. A low finish for Spurs. Okay, and now let's look through. I don't know if the Champions League final has been played. It's not been played. We already saw in the news, Roma won Europa League, and Europa Conference is yet to be played as well. So I'm gonna skim through. Does it show me the days of the week? It doesn't. Okay, Monday. What days are... Okay. By the time I get there, the final should have been played, surely. Okay. Let's look through now. Milan have won the Champions League, beating Real Madrid to the 2-1 win. Okay. And Europa Conference, FC Nets winning on pens. Those are European champions. Those are 3 European champions. 2 Italian teams win Europa League and Europa and the Champions League, and Europa Conference is Nets. Okay, and league goals. Nicholas Jackson wins Golden Boot, Haaland 2nd, Salah 3rd, joint with Palmer and Woods with a great 5th. Ollie Watkins there 16, Rashford was 16 as well. Larson was 16, 15 for Havertz, 14 for Wissa, 14 for Luis Diaz, 14 for Gordon, 14 for João Pedro, 13 for Iwobi. Saka with the most assists with 17, that's a lot. Salah with 12. Salah high on both. Only thing I've seen that high on both. Palmer with 12 as well, actually. Same with both of them. Fernandes with 12. Bernardo Silva with 10. Ahmad with 10. Timo Werner with 9. Son with 8. Tielemans with 8. Jota with 8. Sancho with 8. Haaland with 8. Murphy with 7. Clean sheets, Andre Onana tops clean sheets and is a Golden Glove winner. And Alison Pickford follow. Sales and Vesterbergen also there, but Andre Onana is a clean sheet winner. Playmaker of the year is Saka. Golden Boot winners Nicholas Jackson. Most yellow cards goes to these four. And the red cards, Stevens with 2, top of the rankings. And let's look at Champions League top scorers, because that's something. Vinicius wins Champions League top scorer, 13 in the end. Lewandowski 12, Lang with 10, Gyökeres with 10, Mbappe with 9, Alvarez with 9, Harry Kane 8. Top assists are Salah, then got Mbappe, Di Castere, Florian Wirtz, Ollie Watkins. Clean sheets, Golden Glove goes to Jan Sommer, but he shares it with Emilio Martinez, Alisson, and Koscielny, and Benitez 50. That's a lot of players with the same amount of clean sheets, but when the tournament's sort of short, you can get stuff like that, to be fair. And let's look at other leagues now. This is the last bit to look at. What leagues do I want? Yeah, Championship. I wish I could know who won the playoffs, but Luton and Norwich are the 2 automatics, and playoffs we got Hull, Leeds, Middlesbrough, Burnley in there. Got those 4 there. We don't know who it's going to be. Let's see who got relegated though. Let's see who got relegated. Swansea, Oxford and Portsmouth are going down. And League 2, Notts County going up, Doncaster going up. Those are other places. Bromley going back to National League, Accrington going to National League, Morecambe going to National League. Okay, what league is interesting here? Let's look at Syria. Title winners were Inter by a big stretch, and Champions League, Milan got it, Lazio got it, Roma got it. So Roma got Champions League either way. These are relegated sides in that league. Eredivisie, Feyenoord beat PSV to the title. Ajax third, with a big gap as well. Okay. And Saudi Arabia League, Al Hilal win the title, Al Nassr second, Al Ittihad third, and Al Ali are fourth. Okay, so Al Hilal are the winners there. Celtic win the league, and Rangers second, Hearts third. La Liga, Real Madrid win the league by big stretch. Barcelona finishing fourth. Atletico Bilbao third. Atletico Madrid second. Okay. And Rayo Vallecano, Alvarez and Real Valladolid relegated. Girona, no, Sevilla I think in Europa Conference. Europa League, Villarreal in their it's not their competition. Sevilla's in Europa Conference, but Sevilla is the Europa League team. Everyone knows that. Every time they're in it, they win it basically. What other leagues? Liga Portugal, Porto win, and Bundesliga. Let's see what happened here. Bayern Munich won, but they didn't win by that far though. Leverkusen close. Dortmund, Leipzig, yeah, Champions League. You expect it. Stuttgart are in Europa Conference. Mönchengladbach in Europa League. And relegation playoffs. That's an interesting concept. I kind of like relegation playoffs, but at the same time, you get one of those places just above. You're not going to be happy if you manage to go down through relegation playoffs. So yeah, that is the season as it ends. Manager of the month, last manager of the month was Ange Postecoglou. Can I get a look at team of the season? That would be nice. I'd love to get a look of team of the season. Yes, Mason Mount is in team of the season. Wow. Mikalenko in team of the season as well. Werner in team of the season. Of course, Jackson's going to be the top scorer. Alisson, goalkeeper of the season. I think it should have been a non because he is Golden Glove winner, but okay. Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Mikalenko, Robertson, Salah, Palmer, Mount, Werner, Nicholas Jackson, Erling Haaland. That's team of the season. Player of the season is Nicholas Jackson. And yeah, Liverpool in the league. Would want to see the last Premier League team of the week. That was it. I would want to see who's manager of the year as well. But yeah, we've got enough, I think. That was the season on the simulation. Just to end it, I don't know. I think this is an alright simulation. I don't know. Of course, it will never end up exactly like this, but the results they're not the most unrealistic of results. I don't think. Not the most unrealistic. This table, if certain things happen in certain ways, it's very possible. But obviously, it won't end up like this. But yeah, that's the Premier League simulation, and yeah, that's it. And for now, at least.